What's up, everyone? Brett, better known as AZ Froggy here. Gonna give an overview of my bomber class slash race truck. Um, for the group I run with, bomber is considered a two-wheel drive, short course chassis, plastic, battery in the stock position. It can run either a truck body like this, 56 Ford truck body, or we can run the different Parma Muscle Series bodies, Chevelle, Cutlass, Mustang, the Dodge Charger. If you can find any of those, that's the problem. Parmas are getting hard to find. Keep going in and out of business from what I've understood. But I just use the J Concepts truck body. I can get a hold of it easy. I can do different paint jobs, make it look different for the way I feel. But as I said, it is a slash two-wheel drive LCG base chassis. Get the body off here. Nothing super fancy. We do have to run a street tire that is a 223. I'm using upshots on the back right now with the robbers on the front from Speed Treads. I've had good luck with them. Running my MKS servo in there, a 1009. Does very well. Got my transponder. I got a little bit of weight on the uprights for the body mount. I am actually running, I believe these are associated B6 shocks in the front right now. I do have to redo them. They are blown out. The nitro tubing that's in there to help limit it is blown out. I've got stock Traxxas fronts on the back with the same limiting setup on it. Traxxas XL5, Titan 12 turn, RPM arms. I do have the aluminum bearing carriers in the back. It's helped out a bit. I only run the bumper on the back with the truck just to help out a little bit. Just stock type gearing, nothing real outrageous. This one, I can't even tell what it is anymore. I believe it's like 8627 or something like that I put in there. I am currently running a Spectrum radio. I'm probably going to change it to a different one I have. Just because the one I'm using right now, it kind of sticks at times when I'm trying to steer, which doesn't help too much. And in the front, I and some of the other guys run a little different front camber setup on them, just to help when we're cornering. Since it is an oval setup, it isn't banked per se. We do run an area that has a drainage ditch in it, or not ditch, but drainage relief, and it does angle down a little bit, kind of evenly around. But this helps keep the front a lot flatter when it's in a corner and pushing. But that's about it. Nothing real fancy. In our class, we are allowed to run the 12 turn brushed or a 17.5 brushless with the ESC and blinky mode. Most of the times we prefer not to have the motor have timing in it, but it really honestly doesn't make much difference because they're so close. The only thing, I prefer running the brush system because I have more torque getting out of the corners, I feel, whereas the others are more for top end at the end of the straightaways. So it's a trade-off. But I've gone against many other trucks and held my own pretty well. It's just a stock transmission, nothing real fancy. Like I said, I do have to redo these front shocks. They are blown out. It's supposed to sit quite a bit lower just to help it handle and run a little better. We do also run this same chassis setup, being slash, low-C, associated, whatever it is, in a Thunder Truck class, two-wheel drive, We can run the 223s or we can run a 2.8 street tire. And that, the motor and ESC is an open deal. You can run whatever you want, whatever you think you can get to handle. We run mainly a NASCAR style truck body from Delta Plastics. They have the Chevy and the Ford. I don't know if they're still working on a Dodge version. That would still be awesome if they did. But this is what I run with. I've also set up for drag racing as well. That's kind of why these front shocks are blown out the way they are right now. Kind of had a nice wreck. But there you go, all. Nothing real fancy. Just another versatile use for a /2-wheel drive. Have a good one, all. Later.